A friend told me to rethink not having kids. I have been trying to make friends in a new place where I don't speak the language and I use apps. For that, I've been talking to a few girls, and with one, I talked about me not wanting kids and that it'd be a deal breaker if my partner changed his mind about this. She asked me why, and I explained that I think kids don't belong in my life because I see how I already struggle to take care of myself. I really need my own time because I have many hobbies. And that I think our society is failing us all, and I just don't want to put another human being through that. Something I didn't say is that I don't want to relive childhood through my own child who might take some of my traits. And pregnancy just creeps me out. I have nieces and a nephew and I love them with my whole heart, and I think my role as an aunt is quite fitting. I never choose the main character roles in my life, if I'm honest. But I feel fine with them. Anyway, she answered, telling me to reconsider. That it would still be my life with a child and that it would push me to become the best version of myself. Give me the motivation to be better and see things more positively. I can appreciate a different point of view and I can totally understand why people choose to have kids, but that gave me the ick. Am I being dramatic? I will never understand people who try to convince others who do not want to have kids. Sounds like they are trying to set both the parent and child up to fail. It's okay to not want kids. Your reasons for not wanting kids is valid. They are reasons echoed by a lot of other people. It seems to me you have already put a lot of thought into your position. No need to rethink. RDIT I can't spell. Not at all. You've thought about it and it's not right for you. It's not for her to tell you you're wrong. And whatever reasons you have, whether you choose to share or not with her, should be good enough in quotation marks, because honestly, if someone doesn't think they're good enough, that's totally irrelevant. You don't want to have kids, so you shouldn't be pressured. I'm not being funny. If you need legal responsibility for another human life in order to be a good person, then you straight up aren't a good person. I'm afraid it's that simple. I never wanted kids. No regrets. I have literally lost track of how many mom friends have drunkenly confessed that as much as they love their kids, they wish they could turn back time. Questioning someone's decision to not have kids, or the flip side, is a dick move in general. And someone finding it odd that you'd consider it a deal breaker is so weird to me. It's like the biggest lifestyle change you can make and you can't change your mind after the fact. Who the heck wouldn't have something so huge be a deal breaker? I know a lot of folks before and after kids. I guarantee you they are not the best version of themselves after. It would push me to become the best version of myself. Give me the motivation to be better and see things more positively. She lives in a fantasy land. It's difficult to communicate with people who think that all of a sudden your core personality and abilities will change if you have a baby. It's a really ridiculous hope to have, and very unkind both to the potential parent and potential child. Don't do it. Live your life for yourself. You're correct in your choice. Why do people want other people to have kids? The world is full enough. Let's leave the kid having to the people who really want them. Me. That would be me. I wanted kids. And nobody could have changed my mind, and I enjoyed raising them. But I couldn't imagine doing that under any kind of pressure. If she keeps this up, she's not the right friend for you. Tell your friend to fuck off and get a new friend. That will help make you become the best version of yourself. Have a child to make yourself feel worthy and better about yourself. And the child free. Get called selfish. and that it would push me to become the best version of myself. Yes. Because notoriously parents are the best versions of themselves. While it can and does happen, it is definitely not the norm. Most parents are barely surviving, not dealing with their emotions or problems in a healthy way, and in turn, turning around and either taking it out on their children or recklessly pretending that they're hiding it well while it seeps into their child's unconscious. Not dramatic. You thought about it deeply and reached the conclusion that's right for you. Seems like the opposite of dramatic. I'll never understand why people think they have a say in whether or not someone has kids or doesn't have them. You want no kids? Great. You want 5 kids? Also great. Do what works for you and your family. Oh, they will do this until your uterus dries up and moves out. Then they'll probably continue to convince you you should be depressed that you wasted your youth. Don't have kids if you don't want them. I don't, sir, I'm not. You don't need to justify why to anyone except maybe your partner. But it's your body and mental health that will be put through the ringer for pregnancy, and that has to be your decision. People with kids tell others that having kids is easier, better than it really is. Psychologists think this is a subconscious defense mechanism. I have 2 kids with 1 on the way. My wife and I had 15 years together before kids though. So we got to travel and do everything we wanted to do and were financially stable, able to afford help. Still, our life changed drastically with our first one. It amazes me when people try to claim this isn't the case. My advice to everyone about kids is this: if it's not the be-all end-all of your life to be a parent, then don't do it. Because once you become one, it is the be-all end-all for the rest of your life. And there is no taking that back without severely traumatizing an innocent. For me, it was everything. I can't truly understand not wanting it. And I'm guessing that your friend is in this category as well. But what I can do is take people at their word when they say they'd rather not. My parents had children because they were supposed to. Please, don't put a child through that. Those are some very antiquated traditional things to say. Usually by people who want to see you floundering in the same child trap they are in. I'm in my early 30s. I and many others look down the road and see absolutely nothing good coming. At least my non-existent kids won't have to sit through unskippable ads for the fucking army. You are not being dramatic, you are being smart. Don't you love when somebody forces their beliefs on you? Society. For all the people in the back, you do not need a child to validate your existence. I'm CF by choice, and the amount of people who try to belittle it is amazing. Like, if I was to do that to you, it would feel totally different. Oh, you have kids? Some people regret that. The cost, the world we live in, etc., etc., etc. I'm not sitting here on my soapbox judging you for your choices, so get off yours judging me. Some people just do not want kids. And that's okay. And people need to get over it. And that it would push me to become the best version of myself. Give me the motivation to be better and see things more positively. Honestly, this friend. Children should not be meant to be a tool for self-help, nor to establish a better identity for yourself. This idea you'll be positive BS is pretty rich considering the state of the world, as if having kids would be a cute and motivating distraction. Stay in your mommy bubble and don't peer out on the goings-on outside your household. If your friend respects your position, no issue to be concerned about. If they continue to press the matter, bail.